Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome to the second video of Tuesday. This one is going to go over tier 9 of the Odin's Gauntlets. Now, I didn't do anything at the weekend with this and I just kind of waited, thought today, I just kind of go over it a little bit if you haven't seen it already and just like talk about my thoughts on some of the interactions, champions I've been using and stuff, because I haven't been using the same ones I used previously, rather than going like, oh, you've got to have Magneto, yes, use Magneto. Oh, you've got to use this champion, that champion. So, nah. So I've just been using like a few others and actually been having like a good time with them. But just the rotations of stuff, it's kind of like interesting to find out what's going down with this. So yeah, if you're not already kind of familiar, your feathers, spend the feathers on the things, then you get to a different difficulty, then you got to go to Odin's armory, you got to then buy your caskets and stuff. And then once you've done the caskets and stuff, then you're able to get yourself like the next difficulty because you get the horn and stuff. Get the horn. Funny, funny, funny. So let's just get right into it. Let's just like play out some of the gauntlets. And I think we're all looking forward to tier 10. I mean, from my perspective, even using like 5 stars at 565, it is doable. I think rank 4, 5 stars will do, but a lot of the champions I want to use, I'm just kind of like, I'm just going to use as they are. So let's roll the footage, shall we, of this in action. So, boom. Okay, so first up, there's a Jane Foster Thor fight. And this, and actually this is the, I have been using Archangel. I think I've been opting for using other champions, especially with a lot of the champions being #meta, which if you've got Magneto, hey, you'll fly by. But if you want another option, then use yourself Archangel, especially dealing with a lot of these fights. Awakened, Neurotoxin, Ability Action Reduction. Peachy. Lots of damage and lots of great stuff. I've been doing a lot of, as well, countering with special attack, or kind of like swiping back or dashing back and hitting the SP1. But you have to kind of really watch the enemy champions to know that they are going to like definitely follow you, because a lot of the times it's the case you do the swipe back and it's just like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and you're left red-faced by it or with it. Also bear in mind, tonight over on Twitch I'll be doing my last 6.3.4 path before moving on to 6.3.5. I'm not looking forward to the path I've left finally, because it's just, there's a lot of stinky stuff still around in Act 6.3. Stuff that and paths I do think should have been tackled and nerfed a long time ago, but you know, Kabam's thoughts on that is that, no, we must not nerf it. Then they create Act 7 the way they do. Fairer content versus a little bit unfairer content, and that's even after the values changes and a little bit of a nerf. So that says a lot about Act 6 and the monotonous side of things. So yeah, I've been using Magic. I've been going back to use Magic, as you can see on screen right now, rotating around the SP3 in order to punish those buffs that the enemy has, which is another thing as well. There's a lot of champions in this interaction that build buffs, like Odin, like this champion here, Heimdall, and Hela. Hela's another one as well that kind of gathers buffs. But yeah, this SP3 is going to hopefully smack in a good amount of damage that we need to see. That's a good chunk of damage, but it's not exactly perfect, because I was hoping for a bit more. But it's not the end of the world. I can just rotate around my SP1s. Definitely need to punish a little bit more, as we're going to throw in now with this SP1. Boom! And a little bit of extra nullification based damage on interaction. A little bit of energy damage. Nice, nice, nice. And yeah, I just think coming to the point where I'm not going to build up to another SP2, and I'm definitely not going to build up to an SP3, and not going to build up to another SP3. So I've got a clip there, and that's just like, it's just bad show, Richard, absolutely bad show. SP1 finish, boom, there we go, and the extra energy damage that comes from, I think, the nullification and the punishment with the interaction that happens henceforth. Next up is, it's going to be using a class advantage here with Archangel. Unfortunately, not going to get an opportunity to use Sorcerer Supreme, but I was using Sorcerer Supreme against Odin because of the nullification and because it's fun. She's fun. She's actually a pretty fun champion, and I do like smashing in a nice SP2 if I get the right blessing, the right rotation round. But yeah, when it works well with Archangel. So it's not all about Magneto and Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom was the other champion I've been using a lot more of. So, yeah, I was going to use Nick Fury, but Nick Fury's in Alliance Wars, as is Dr. Doom currently. And I do think that Magneto's in Alliance Wars as well. So a lot of the team is kind of busy. I would have liked to use Black Widow Clairvoyant against a lot of the champions in this, but unfortunately, same principle. They're occupied. They're busy with stuff. With Hulk Ragnarok, it's a bit of an odd decision here of like what to use. And I thought, you know, let's just break out Falcon. And that's the thing. Falcon was and is probably one of the options I wanted to do. Bit of a long pause there, so let's just get into the fight of that. So yep, here we go. Right in there, get locked on. Now, the disappointing side of things is that I only kind of realised that we got heel reversal. When I kind of was prepping for these lanes, I was like, oh, right, heel reversal. But you get if you kind of like time it a certain way, you will get healing. So if you got a champion that has healing as part, you're gonna be taking a lot of damage. So yeah, I kind of play very much to a SP1 rotation here, just because I can just kind of like do that and then hold back, and then time it well, and then back in again. Even though he has smash, doesn't matter. I'll smash you just as hard right there. Again, same principle. This is the Loki fight. The Loki fight doesn't have like too many things to worry about. It's a pretty standard fight. There's not a lot really when it comes to this that's ridiculous. And what did I decide to use? Probably Archangel. I've recorded this and I'm like thinking, what do I use? What do I use for this? Just checking. First time checking the nodes, because like, hey, it's all about being brave and that. Go straight in with Archangel. I think it's just that it's a no nonsense, no fuss kind of option. There's tons of champions to interact well with this. You could use class advantage, your caps. You could keep your distance with your voids. You could use your spider hams. Anything really works with this. But it's just fun to see all that lovely debuff damage. Look at that. Look at that lovely debuff damage there. Those neurotoxins, man. Neurotoxins are great. And it's also good because a lot of the champions on the route are poison immune, except for Hulk Rags. And as well, you have to watch out for the bleed elements to Korg on the previous different tiers. But yeah, this is a very standard fight. What did I use? Used Archangel again. It's just a really good champion. Helps out with ability accuracy reduction, even though I don't really have this high signature that would ultimately interact. It will interact. It will cause some frustration to the enemy AI and the champion itself, but it's not going to be something that I'm going to go. Yeah, maybe I'll put more signatures in down the line. I think I've got like 40 signatures or something, so it's not completely ridiculous. But yeah, this is nice rotations. Parry heavy, avoid the SP1 as best you can. But any champion really works. Sorcerer Supreme would have been nice. Black Widow Clairvoyant would have been nice. And that was a good example there of swipe back, hit special off. So it's kind of like a sort of a special intercept or kind of counter with me countering with special, because hitting to block counter by special. That's a fun thing. But yeah, rotate around with the SP1. I think just a good parry, heavy, and some neurotoxins to finish off. And there, the job has been done. Simple as that. Tier 9 smashed out. I'm looking forward to Tier 10. I don't know what it's going to be like, whether or not it's going to be easier. Not probably it won't be easier, but you never know. This stuff, if you've got the right champion, does feel a lot more easier. Tier 9 is going to be the thing that we're going to be rotating around a lot, because we get Tier 10 for free. And that's something as well to look forward to, is that as soon as you've done Tier 10 and then we go back in, I think the estimate is around the 30th of March for that. I can't 100% remember when that is, when you'll have access to buy the amount that you need, because like what we're on that, I'm on 11, but I can get that up to 33 very, very quickly. So yeah, like there'll be there's still a good chunk of days that still need to be played out in order for you to access the most difficult tier, like tier 10. But we can rotate around Tier 9 quite a bit, which ups the amount of 5-star shards we can take home, as well as a few other things as well. So very much looking forward to that. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to catch some other content recently posted up and around there, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.